So this weirdo Amanza can literally repeat an untruth that she claims she heard from other people. And she can repeat this untruth because she's upset. An untruth that can cause irreparable reputational damage both in Nicole's professional and personal life. And that's okay. Because let's be clear, what Amanza said in the scene at the girls' giving was that she knows for a fact that Nicole OD'd. She said, you did OD. And we did the white stuff together. And it's okay because it's LA. I've done the white stuff. That's what Amanza said in the scene. Now she's sitting on the reunion stage and she's saying she has never witnessed Nicole OD. She's only repeating something that she heard from other people. And when she was pressed by Nicole if she's ever seen Nicole do the white stuff, Amanza said, no, I've never seen you do it. So it's okay for y'all to drag it to hell. And it's okay for y'all to lie and repeat lies. However, it's not okay for Nicole to repeat a story that is indeed fact about Emma. The fact is, Emma was confronted by Jenna, who is the twins' first cousin. And Jenna was confronting Emma because what Jenna was told is that Emma was messing around with her friend's husband. That was indeed fact. Even Mary sat herself on a podcast and said it was indeed fact. Nicole did not lie about the fact that Chrishell was okay with accepting credit for selling a home that she did not sell. Nicole was the listing agent. Nicole was the one that did the work. Nicole was the one who sold that home. And what Nicole's issue was is that out here in the real world, not the reality TV space, but in the real world, when someone watches that TV show and they're seeing that Chrishell is the one that sold the house, in the real world, Nicole looks like she's lying that she has the ability to sell that level of a multi-million-dollar property. What Nicole's issue was is that as a woman, Chrishell could have said, you know what? Find a better way to give me a storyline as this amazing realtor who's putting in the work. I don't want to take credit for something that I didn't do. And as a woman, Chrishell didn't do that. And she wants to be upset at Nicole for bringing that up. And this reunion was straight up BS because when this reunion host heard Amanza admit that she straight up lied because she was angry, this reunion host should have said, well, why is it okay for y'all to lie on this woman and say outright nasty things about this woman and defame her character? And then when she's defending herself, she's wrong simply because Chrishell's parents died years ago? I'm with Nicole. If Chrishell has some deep-rooted issues when it comes to addiction and drug use because of things she experienced with her parents, do not project that onto me when I'm not a drug user and I don't do the white stuff and I've never OD'd. And don't tell me how to feel about these disparaging things being said about me. Y'all can't be upset about me telling the truth about y'all, but then expect me not to be upset when y'all are straight up lying on me. And that's the point of this whole situation. Nicole has not yet told one lie. The rest of them, they're liars. And that's why they can't take Nicole. And in this moment where Amanda makes this admission that she's never seen Nicole OD and she's never witnessed Nicole do any snow, this was a moment for the owner and CEO of the Oppenheim Group, Jason, and his twin, to take a level of accountability as the leaders of that firm. They should have said to Nicole, you know what? We stand by the decision to ask you to take a break from the office. But what we do not stand by is not conducting a thorough investigation into the actions or the behaviors of everyone involved. Because yes, telling Chrishell, I'm not your parents and don't mistake me for your parents, knowing that those parents have since gone on to glory, was a low blow. But we cannot invalidate that for you, Nicole, it's also savage of those people. And it's also a low blow on their part to make these defamatory statements about you. And we should have, as the leaders of this organization, nipped that in the bud and ask that everyone in the office refrain from making certain defamatory statements about people in this professional space. But they didn't take that opportunity. And this is why I continue to say Jason is also the villain. Because in what world in the corporate setting is it okay for my boss to give credit to my coworker who he is now dating or who he was dating? In what world is it okay for them to take credit from me for a job that I actually did? In what world is it okay for my coworker who's dating my boss to accept credit for work that I did? In what world is it okay for my coworkers to publicly spread untruths about me and untruths that can cause damage to my reputation? In what world is it okay for people to do that and then be mad when I'm frustrated and I drag it to hell? And I'm speaking from Nicole's perspective, because truly, in what world are all these things okay? And for Nicole and Amanza to have been supposedly friends for over 18 years, the way Amanza treated Nicole at that Friendsgiving table was horrible. Because Amanza is turning to Nicole and telling Nicole that she needs to shut the F up. And that this is her party and Nicole needs to shut the F up. But Nicole wasn't the only one running her mouth at that table, and Amanza didn't turn to the others and say, y'all need to shut the F up too. All the smoke was for Nicole. Everyone was ganging up on Nicole. And when Nicole clocked Amanza's weirdo behavior and said, you're coming for me, but you're not telling them that they weren't right? Well, what the lies then that they were spreading about me? The energy that Amanza had for Nicole wasn't the same energy that she gave Emma and Chrishell when she told them that, and y'all were effed up for what you did to her. Nicole was alone at that table, fighting for herself, fighting for her voice, while her friend was humiliating her at the table. And while she's being ganged upon, when she decides that she's gonna go blow for blow and she drags it to hell, now she's the problem. But it wasn't a problem that no one was mediating. It wasn't a problem that it was a gang up. It wasn't a problem that she was being spoken to as if she was scum of the earth. That she was the only one being told to shut the F up while everyone else was speaking to her crazy. Please, somebody make it make sense. Again, Amanza is a weirdo. A weirdo for sitting in that scene and lying on her friend of 18 years. A weirdo. And now you have to walk it back on the reunion because you knew in the moment you said that at the Friendsgiving that you know for a fact that girl OD'd. You knew that you were lying, Amanza. You knew that you were lying. And I have a strong dislike for people who can lie like that. And the fact, and I've said this in another video, the fact that Amanza was investigated by Children's Services in LA for having the white stuff in her home, she should have been a better friend to Nicole in that moment. Because, girl, you definitely understand the ramifications of people lying on you when it comes to the snow use. I mean, you admitted that you do it, but when them people were in your house about to take your children from you because of it, you understood the severity of a lie because you were saying it's untrue that I have the drugs in my home. So when Chrishell is sitting there lying about something so serious, the energy you had last season was you didn't like that. But you sat at that Friendsgiving table and you allowed it and then you added to it. You added to it and was happy for Chrishell to come to you the next day and say, oh my God, you were amazing at that dinner last night, knowing that you were lying on Nicole. I am your Jamaican Queen, Miss Y, and that's how I see it. Please remember to drop down in the comment section below and let me know how you see things too. Remember to like this video, share the link to my channel if you feel like the content needs some more crowd. Subscribe if you have not done so as yet. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, now called X, at How I See It, and on TikTok at How I See It TV. Until my next video, walk good. Bye.